Hello traders and welcome to the Weekly Outlook and Setups volume 83. It's Iliya here, and as always I'm super glad to have you on my YouTube channel. As you perfectly know, in this video we're gonna have a look at the market, how it developed this week, what opportunities did we have, what trades did we take, and what we can potentially expect for the upcoming week. So I'm super grateful for all of your comments and all of your messages. I've been getting a lot of messages on Instagram from people that are just watching those weekly outlooks combined with the educational videos, and they're starting to nail some pretty amazing trades, which makes me feel really proud of myself that actually the content is providing value and it's something that you can apply to the markets, right, and make some money from. So also another thing to mention is that in this video I have saved all of my trades for the week, so I'm not gonna spend time searching for them, which will make everything super easy. And just as a recap, this week was slightly bit unlucky for me, and I'm finishing like just around not even 2%, just slightly below 2% in profit, because I had some break-even trades, but the 2% were just from partials that I missed some. I wasn't triggered in some of them by just a pip, and then I had a little loss, and I'm gonna show you everything as well. So also, make sure to stay tuned for the Tuesday Telegram analysis. I've been receiving great feedback. The link is in the description. All right, so make sure to stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell in order not to miss the upcoming videos, because I'm gonna do an educational video on major and minor structure, because this is a question that has been asked a lot and I have to respond to that. So make sure to stay tuned. I'm gonna put this one on in the upcoming week. All right, so if you already subscribed, make sure to do so. Let's head over to the video. Alright, as always, starting from the DXY to have a look how the dollar developed and what we can potentially expect for the upcoming week. So if you remember, I believe I called some longs on the dollar and it actually provided a little bit of a move, but then it didn't sustain to the upside. And as you can see, actually from the weekly time frame, we have a bearish candle. It's not an engulfing candle, it's not something strong or something wicky, it's just a normal bearish candle, meaning that we just had a bearish week on the dollar. And as you can see right here, I believe this is Monday. Yep, oh no, this is Monday 18th. So we tried to push up, then we pulled back, and then actually on Wednesday, this was the day that the market tried to push up but created a lower high. Then we pushed down, and then on Thursday we had a sell-off, and then Friday was just a little bit of a rebound. So again, from the daily time frame, nothing too much to extract. We kind of almost broke that structure right there, so it kind of starts to look bullish, but still we are definitely not ready to push to the upside. And as you can see, even from the hourly time frame, we just changed structure, so I am not looking for buys anymore. So where the market opened 18th of January, as you can see, we opened at the top right there, we consolidated, we started pushing down, but I was looking at this level right there, this sort of higher low formation. The market tapped into it and reacted, and then it continued to push up, and I thought, okay, maybe we're gonna have a slight pullback and then potentially create a higher high, but then just the market smashed through that level, closed below the structure, broke this low as well. So definitely the DXY is changing to the downside, and we had a bullish euro this week as well. So right now, zooming in to actually determine what could happen, you can see that this is the major lower high right there, because this is when the market pulled back and created your swing low, right? So in between we have this right there, which I'm gonna mark, and then if I drop to the hourly time frame, you're gonna see that little candle right there that actually created the lower high as well, and then we push to the downside. What we had for the last day right here, 22nd, a bunch of consolidation, a bunch of accumulation. So definitely we can expect everything on market open. We can expect spikes to the upside, spikes to the downside. It depends on how the dollar is going to develop for the upcoming week, and this is how it's going to open. Also, another pretty major level to monitor is exactly this one, which got missed just by a bit, right? Why is this a major level? Because this is a strong demand area. Why? Again, because the market strongly pulled back into it, just stayed right here for, let's say, for 4 or 8 hours, and then strongly pushed to the upside, came back for a retest, and then created this big high, right? So this is actually the origin where the market started to push up. We came super close to it just by a little, and the market failed to break. So potentially, guys, I am looking for this level right there. You can possibly even take the major structure, which is right here, but I always like to take the most recent one. And definitely a few things can occur. We can spike to the upside potentially right there to create a lower high. Then we might tap into this one and definitely we'll find support to rebound, but then we can create another lower high and continue to trade lower. Then we can have another setup that could be a spike to the downside, and then a potential reversal to the upside to tap into this area and then possibly a rebound. So again, we have quite a lot of scenarios on the DXY. So again, guys, make sure to flow with the market. Let's wait for Monday to show us its hand to see what the market can potentially do. Keep note of those levels and let's see how it's gonna go. I'm not looking for something specific for now on the dollar. Euro USD weekly time frame. So after this very strong bearish engulfing candle on the weekly and us thinking that the market might continue to the downside, you can see that right now we're having a bullish candle. Again, it's not an engulfing, it's just a bullish week. So does that mean that we actually can continue to the downside on euro? Well, definitely, because if you see from the daily time frame, right, so from the daily we created that series right there of higher highs and higher lows. This is the last higher high and we strongly broke structure. We broke this higher low and even closed below this one, right? Then we created one candle of pullback and then we created another lower low, and this week definitely right now looking at it looks like a pullback. All right, so to me right now this looks like this looks like to me as the major structure on the daily, and right now potentially the market is forming a lower high from the daily in order to push down. Again, if you remember from the previous volume, I have this level right there that can definitely get tapped, and then we can even continue to trade to the downside. Then dropping to the 4-hourly time frame, what I wanted to take this week on EU was a short from right there. Why? Because I consider this to be a lower high, and because if I just do this on the left, you can see that this is a pretty strong demand area, or supply I should say, because when the market was up there, it strongly created a lower low. So if the market comes back again into such an area, you can expect definitely a reaction like this. But then if I drop to the 15 minutes, as you can see, the market tapped in right there, beautiful manipulation above the highs, consolidated, and then it started pushing down. So I actually had an entry, let me show you where it is. Yep, so after this break right there, I had an entry just right here on the retest of the structure. But as you can see, the market just pulled back just a little, and then it continued to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And if I don't get at the first entry right here, I always feel FOMO. And I'm like, yeah, if I keep chasing the market to try to get in a short, yeah, I feel FOMO. But then as you can see, you have multiple lower highs and lower lows right there that you could have capitalized on. But again, this is not me. This is not how I trade. So if I miss the initial entry, then I no longer want to be in. And as you can see later, the market spiked into the lows, tapped again into this sort of levels right there, right, and strongly reacted and created a higher high. Right, so right now on euro, I didn't take any more trades after I missed this one. Then I didn't see anything right there. The current supply area that I'm looking for is this one. So I definitely think the market is going to reach for this area before reversing down, right? And if I drop to the hourly, the last day was pretty much consolidation. So there is a lot of liquidity built right now below and above this sort of structure. So you can have something like this, a nice spike, probably a little bit of accumulation. Then the market will break, retest, and then you can possibly continue. So again, I really don't want to call any biases. For example, I don't want to say that I'm short right now on euro because it can definitely continue to trade to the upside. Why? Mainly because we created this higher low formation. Then we created this one wick that is some sort of a minor structure right there. And currently we are trading to the upside. All right. But again, keeping in mind the daily, that could be creating a lower high right there. Keeping in mind the full hourly, that there is a very strong supply area right there. If I see the market tap into it, actually 1.22 is laying too close to that area, then potentially I can look for some sales. All right. So in case that the market first taps down into this area right there, shows you some signs of a potential reversal, you can take a long into that area and then potentially exit your positions and start to readjust your analysis and start to see if you're gonna have some pressure coming from that area right there. All right, so this is my outlook on EU. Longer term shorts, maybe shorter term longs into that area, but once we get in there, then I'm gonna start looking for potential sales. Having a quick look on Euro JPY as well. As you can see, after this bearish engulfing candle, then we're having a bullish candle, but nothing too much. It was actually just a reaction from the EMA. So can we still expect shorts? Well, definitely, because if I drop to the daily time frame, have a look at this big accumulation, this big consolidation, and kind of a build of liquidity, this sort of channel. Then we break, and most of the people will be looking for a retest right now on the channel for a potential short, and this can definitely be the case. As you can see, I called again, guys. A very good strategy is to actually see all the previous volumes and just to keep following how everything develops, because this is how you actually learn. And this is something that I heard from one of you actually, that you follow all the weekly outlooks and then you see how everything develops, and then you're actually pretty much surprised to see how everything plays out. As you can see, this one opened, tapped into that area on the 18th, strong reaction, pullback, and then we started moving up. So definitely this is providing us right now with a deeper pullback, but it's bullish. Right now it is bullish, so in order to look for shorts, we definitely need some sort of a change of structure, right? So first of all, we tapped into this level right there. After tapping into this one, fulfilling it, we pulled back. So this is a great short opportunity right there, a great short, but it developed during Asia, and then actually the long as well, so the target was right there into this demand area where the market moved. So this one just jumped from support to resistance this week. Dropping to the hourly, you can see the triple top, and we actually had a member taking a short right there, which was beautiful, riding it into the downside, which was his best trade for the week. And as you can see, super simple. I didn't take that one though. The market taps into that area right there, shows you some first signs, second signs, and then a little spike, break below, retest of the EMA, enough structure as well, and then we just plummeted down right into the demand area, and then again tap, double bottom, break, retest, so you can possibly look for longs anywhere around that area, and then we carry it on to the upside for the remaining of the week. So this is how EJ developed this week, and again, keeping in mind the daily, that it's currently pulling back, but it's way too strong. So again, I can see structure right there, I can see structure right here as well, oops, around those wicks right here. So we are currently creating higher lows and higher highs, and we actually broke above this structure, which is pretty major because we have created a higher high, right? So on Euro JPY, sorry, I'm going to be looking for a pullback, potential rules right here for a conservative entry, and then potentially we can go to the upside, taking in mind that the daily can tap into some areas and reverse, right? But shorter term, I will be looking for longs on Euro JPY if they are provided, and then potentially if we actually break below a 4 hourly level, then we can start looking for shorts. Let's have a look at the Aussie, starting from AU. As you can see from the weekly time frame, we don't have anything too much this week, just an indecision candle. And although this pair provided some great movers, you can see that the overall weekly range wasn't that much. So, and what we start to see is that shift from the upside. So the market was creating higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low, failure to make a new higher high right here, right? And then we almost broke the daily structure, but we failed to close below it. Then we pull back again, and this looks like again a lower high. And right now the market is trying to sell off with this nice evening star formation as well from the daily. Then dropping to the 4 hourly time frame. Actually, what I was calling this week is this level get tapped first. So it got tapped right there, potential longs right here, beautiful long, push, pull back, another beautiful long, and our overall targets were right there, right? And then we took shorts from right here, which was another beautiful trade to the downside. So if I just see, if I keep my trade right there, yeah, so this was the trade that we actually took, and there is a long from down there, which I'm not gonna break because it wasn't taken. But if you go down to the downside right there, this is your demand area on the left. On the 15-minute, we tap into it, we start breaking structure, clear break of structure, where is your level for a retest, exactly right there, tap into it, and here we go. But as you can see, this was 11 o'clock, so this is exactly market close for me. New York close, market close, spread hours that I don't trade at that time, and then we strongly started to pump up, and then we come into that level right there on the left. The market manipulates above, breaks structure, and from the 15-minute perspective, this is actually the entry right there, this one, right? Because we break structure strongly, this one, where you look for a retest and the fib levels as well, and of supply demand area. And then even if I jump on the 3 minutes, this was another trade that we took, and it is actually from right there. So if I move this one, you can see how the market even on the 3 minutes broke structure to the downside and retested. So if I remove even this, you can see how you can actually see structure within structure, and then you can enter right here with a much tighter stop loss. So this is 5.8, and this one right there, oh, come on, man, where are you? Yeah, this is 7.8. So the difference is 2 pips, but as you can see with the overall targets, This is a 9.5 and this is a 13.7, a 13.10, let's say, right? So the difference that it makes, it's big. So go to your charts, see how you could have executed in this one, because this was one of the greatest trades. Where are the targets? I forgot to mention. So if you look on the hourly time frame, we were looking at this structural level. So we took partials there, and I believe actually some of the members are already holding that position because we think that it's going to reach even further. But yeah, this was one of the greatest trades for this week. And right now, if I delete everything, come on, remove drawings. Yep. So as you can see, after respecting this level right there, we started to sell off and we actually broke most recent structure on the 4-hourly time frame, currently creating a lower low. So the overall target actually is this demand area right there, this indecision before the big move. So this is just simple supply and demand. Then we can definitely tap into it and have some reaction. But again, we can open a little bit bullish, tap into this area, and then potentially sell off and come into that area, and then we can start to readjust actually what we should do. All right. So on Euro Aussie, as I told you in the beginning, we're starting to change the structure. We actually respected right here this trend line, and although we don't trade trend lines, this was just a lower high. But for me, the highest probability will be to actually see a break below the lows. And yes, we had a break right there, because if you take this wick, have a look at the cross here, actually this candle closed below right there. So this was just a complex correction. This is your minor structure. We tap into the major structure right there. We sell off. So right now we look for a pullback and a potential continuation on AU. And then on AJ, if you remember my call from the previous week, we had this break of a trend line on the weekly time frame, indecision on the daily time frame. Again, break below, but still a higher low, right? But we're having first signs of the market creating a lower high. So currently, if the market closes below this daily level, so what you can do is you can actually mark this one. So double click, do daily, and it's gonna appear right there. This is your daily higher low. So if the market now it disappeared. So if the market breaks below this daily higher low, then you have a sell market on the hard time frames, which is the highest probability one, right? So this one sold off, we pulled back, showed some signs of a reversal, but then it pulled back again. So what the market was doing, it wanted to reach higher. So again, if you remember, I called this level and then I called this level. So this level got tapped, reacted, but then we faked above and almost came to this level right there. And this is when the actual sell was presented, right? And if I go to the 15-minute, I didn't take this trade, and I don't think somebody took it as well from our group. Yeah, you can see why we didn't take it, because it's like push up, push down, very choppy push up, push down, then again very choppy push up, then we start pushing down. But yeah, it's just this movement right there. It's not something that we would look for, right? And so right now on AJ, what I can see is that overall from the 4-hourly time frame, if we really zoom in, this is what you're playing with right now, right? So where is your major high? Right here. Where is your major low? Well, I would say yes, we broke the most recent one, but the major is right there. So the market is currently stuck in this range, right? High, low. What I want to see is a clear break below right here, a retest, and then a continuation. Keep in mind that we also have this very strong demand area, that the market can tap into and strongly react. So right, we can tap into right here, we can react, we can create a bigger pullback maybe even, and then if the sellers are actually in control, then we're gonna have the sell-off, right? Then another scenario could be the market can push up to gather more liquidity and then start selling off. This is another situation as well. And as I always keep saying, guys, make sure to flow with the market. Don't marry a trade. Just see what the market shows you and trade what you see. All right. So let's see how Monday opens. Let's see how the market opens, where it takes us, and then we're going to strike. Let's have a look at the NZDs as well, starting from NZD/USD. Again, we can see an overall indecision candle after a bearish engulf, so this could be a higher low in order for the market to continue up, but nothing too major to extract from the weekly. Then on the daily time frame, what the market actually did this week is it tapped into this kind of a higher low formation and those indecision candles. We tapped into them and strongly reacted. So this was what I actually expected to see, and I took a trade on it. So then going to the 4-hourly time frame, how I mainly framed that trade is from this level right there, just right here. Why? Again, because the market was consolidating, push up a little bit, pull back, and then boom, huge move to the upside. So this is where people enter their orders, and then we have this sort of kind of a consolidation, fake below the consolidation, and then I expected a move, and my targets was actually this indecision candle right here, right? Then dropping to the hourly time frame, what I did on this one is I waited for the market to change on the hourly, right? So we tap into that area. I could have entered down there because if I go on the lower time frames, there is an entry. But what I did is I waited. Okay, push, pull back, push, pull back, push. Very strong push. And what this told me is that, all right, we have people entering this market. So I was like, okay, I will look for the retest of this area and then I'm gonna enter long. Then dropping to the 15-minute time frame, and this is where I entered. Let me just pull out the trade, here it is. So yeah, this is where I entered. Again, if I drop to the 5-minute as well, you're gonna see, let me see, yep. So on the 5-minute, again, what I saw right there is this big Asian consolidation, and what I expect is a nice fake below. We fake below, tap, bullishness right there. Where do I want to enter? On the retest of this candle right there, and I got tapped exactly right there. Stop loss was pretty tight, and then we had a little bit of a drawdown again right there, a little bit of a drawdown right here as well, pushed above, pullback, very nice, and then I secured break even after this break of structure. And my first target was actually this one right here, the highs, this sort of high, because this is where the market created that move down, and I took 30% profits right there, right? And then as you can see, the market taps into it, took me out, came up for another grab, and then as you can see what the actual trade was, we ended up tapping exactly where I expected. And yeah, if it wasn't for this stop hunt, this would have been a 24 trade, but again, it is what it is. I got tagged out, and again, I just had a little, like 30% profit. Not sure how much was it. Yeah, around 1% or something like this. So pretty sad about this one. But again, on to the next trade and on to the next week. So again, NZUSD kind of starts to look a little bit bearish, like the Aussies. We pulled back right here, we created this double top, and right now we're showing some sort of a bearish pressure, but it still looks a little bit indecisive, because after this strong push up, this to me can look like a pullback as well in order to push up, right? But if we have a look from the top, the market broke structure, pullback, broke structure, pullback. All right, so currently this could have been a lower high formation, and right now we can start heading to the downside. But in order for me to take another trade on NZUSD, I need to see a pullback again and a clear sign that the market is failing to break above. All right, so what we can have a market open is a push into that area, and if I see a strong pressure introduced, then I'm going to look for the retest and then for a potential sell. All right, and potential level that you can look for is exactly this hourly level right there. Keep in mind that the market can fake above as well and then actually show you the bearishness, so keep that in mind. But this is how I'm going to be looking for NZD/USD, and first targets of course will be this big consolidation, because this is again another demand area. And then just having a look at NZD/JPY, nothing too much. We sold off right there. The market opened, strong push up, pullback. Then we pushed all the way up to actually retest that level that I indicated. And then we right now start to consolidate. So again, on this one, I need something more. We faked above. Right now we're consolidating, so we can definitely spike first on Monday, even spike above, maybe spike right there, break then, and on the retest we can definitely enter. So for the NZDs, I am looking for something more, for more clearer structure right now, for some introduction of volume and for some clearer structure. I keep repeating myself, but yes, I don't want to call anything right now. Overall, I am looking for shorts. So if that is enough for you to be confident in taking shorts, then I confirm that I'm looking for shorts. But again, first of all, I want to see something a little bit clear. All right, let's have a look at some USD, starting from UJ, another break-even trade for this week, or just a little bit of a partial. As you can see on the weekly, again, the weekly time frame on this one is looking ridiculous. Like, have a look at this overall downtrend, but it's too wicky. But then dropping to the daily, it kind of becomes clearer that we are definitely moving in a downtrend. What I see right here is that we just very recently we broke above this structure right here, so possibly we can start seeing some reversals to the upside, right? But what I did right there is I took a short. So why I took a short, guys? So after this strong selling pressure right there, we pulled back right here and respected this supply area, and then we started to consolidate. So what I was expecting was a fake out above this consolidation, a tap into that area, and then a potential sell-off. And this is exactly what happened. So again, make sure to check the previous volume. I think I broke it down there. And then for potential targets, I am looking for this level, which got missed by just a little. So if I just go to the hourly time frame again, you can see the overall consolidation right there. And then on Tuesday, boom, we spike into it, and then we start consolidate. And this is something that you want to see as well. And then dropping to the 15-minute time frame, I took my trade after I saw that the market was starting to change structure to the downside, and it was actually taken on the lower time frame. Let me just see, I think it was on the 5-minute. Yes, so as you can see, we have uptrend, 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 strong introduction of selling pressure, and where I entered is exactly right here on that retest. So if I just plot the trade actually to see if that's correct, yeah, exactly. So have a look. So I enter right there, immediate. So yeah, you can see even from my stories, I'm not sure if I keep them anymore. I shared the entry as well. Then we consolidated, push below, pull back. And after this push, I secured break even and I took partials. Why? Because this was a little bit of a kind of a level right there that I expected the market to react. So I took 30%. And then what the market did? Bang, stop loss, cool. And then what the market did? Boom, take profit, right? Yeah, it's not a take profit, but I definitely think I would have taken some sort of profits, or yeah, even if I see this double bottom right there, I would have managed my position aggressively, and then I would have gotten out of this one with a beautiful, let's say, yeah, let's just say 10 RR or something, or 13, right? So this was my break-even trade, or just slightly bit partials on UJ for this week. All right. Right now, what do I expect? I told you that it kind of looks like a little bit bullish from a daily time frame, but still we are respecting bearish price action and we are moving down. All right. So in order for the market to reverse, then I definitely wanted to see like some sort of this kind of level to get tapped. And we missed this one, but we took out some sort of liquidity right here. As you can see, low, 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 nice manipulation below. And then we see right now the reaction. So if I zoom in again, you can see the structure is not that clear because we have too much minor structure in between, right? We have push, pullback, push, pullback, push, pullback right here. A little bit of a head and shoulders. Can you spot it, guys? Drop to the hourly. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, break above. So it's starting to look a little bit bullish, but it's not. All right. So if I am to take longs, I need to see a pullback, a clear respect of that level, and a clear high. And after the high, I'm going to wait for another pullback and then to potentially take a long from right there. All right. So this is what I would expect on UJ. Definitely we can have some shorts upcoming because this is the current major lower high. And if the market taps into it, then we can have a reaction. But then if this reaction does not come below this level right there, then and stops around right here, then we can definitely start taking longs as well. So again, UJ, slightly tricky, guys. As I keep saying, flow with the market. We can have shorter term shorts, but then if the market fails to break structure and remain bearish, we can start adjusting to longs. USD CAD, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to this because USD CAD and USD Swiss franc have been awful the most recent weeks, and as you can see right now, we have a big indecision candles, like big wicks. We opened right here, spike up, huge move down, and then a huge move up. So currently it is accumulating, it is cooking for something. But again, in order for me to strike, I need to see something clear, right? And as you can see, it keeps creating those big swings, right? From here, big swing to the downside, making a lower low, then big swing to the upside, lower high, big swing down, lower low. And right now, can this be another lower high? Definitely, right? But this is not the sort of structure that I currently like. Right, so again, how can I drop this down? I want you to pay attention that this one created a lower low right there. So this is major. So right now this is a pullback stage, but have a look at the pullback, like it's way too strong. But you can see strong move down, strong move up, strong move down, strong move up. So again, it's super hard to figure out what this one wants to do. Currently, it is tapping into a supply area and it's already reacting. So we can see some sort of a reaction from this. And then if the reaction does not create a lower low, then we're definitely turning bullish. So I can expect the market to pull back around right there, let's say. And then if it starts showing me some bullishness, then I can definitely take a long and then target a break of the structure. But this is only if the DXY will turn bullish as well, and only if this one we actually decide to move somewhere. Because so far we are actually bearish. As you can see, lower high, we can respect the trend line again, start pushing down. But still, I am kind of starting to look a little bit on the long side. So again, let's see and let's be patient. USD Swiss franc, another boring pair, and although we're having a pretty nice bearish engulfing candle right here, I couldn't spot any opportunity on this one. As you can see right here, we opened on Monday, indecision, little bearish with a big wick, indecision, and then on Thursday we had the move actually, which is a nice engulfing candle, and then Friday again consolidation. So what does this pair want to do? I have no idea. Then dropping to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see currently what we're trading inside, right? This consolidation, this big consolidation, right? We start right there, we push down, we create that little pullback, big wick right there, and this is the move down. But then if you drop to the hourly time frame, well, to me personally, it's pretty hard to find a trade in between this price action. So this week I totally ignored USD Swiss franc. I actually removed it from my watch list. And again, what can I expect for this one? I have no idea. And when I have no idea, I just skip the chart, right? So what I can say is that the market respected this level right there, created a lower low. So we broke that structure. And right now we are basically sell bias on this one, right? So if the market decides to pull back anywhere in between right here, creates a lower high, then you can definitely take a sell and target a lower low. But if I have a look on the left, we started breaking structure again, but then we created this big consolidation. As I told you, this big support level, which you see on the daily as well. Have a look. Why do those things keep disappearing? This big daily resistance, right? You can see that we keep failing to break above. And right now we actually start shifting down. So again, on USD Swiss franc, I have no opinion, guys. So I would suggest you avoid this pair until something clear arises and focus on the ones that look much better. All right, let's have a look at the GBPs. As always, starting from GU, a pretty nice bullish candle right here on the weekly with a wick to the downside and then a wick to the upside. So it's not an indecision, but it's a pretty nice bullish candle, to be honest. And then on the daily time frame, we actually broke the structure right here on Thursday that confirmed a higher high. Where I wanted to enter is exactly right here at the bottom, then going to the hourly time frame just to show you how I framed the trade. And I believe I called that level right here on the previous outlook as well, so make sure to check that out. Monday opens right there, we spike into that level, right? So when you spike into that level, we drop a time frame lower. What we look for is for some rejections, and then you can see right here that push, the accumulation, and then a strong move. So this is why this area was significant. We push above right on the hourly time frame, and then on the 15 minutes, let me just show you guys. So on the 15 minute, as you can see, we created a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we broke structure, we retested, and then broke structure again. And where I actually set my order is if I remove this level, my order was on this candle right there, just like that. Let me just see, because I think I keep the trade right here. Yeah, here it is, the same level right there. And on TradingView, it actually tapped, but on my broker at MT4, it didn't tap. Because usually with spreads and when you enter long positions, in order to get triggered, the market has to go on your broker just a little bit below your entry and then to potentially move, right? So this one was way too like way too specific, the level, way too correct, how to say it, precise. Yeah, precise was the word that I'm searching for. And yeah, I missed on that one. And as you can see, that trades, where are you? Could have turned, like if I wrote it into the highs right there, which was my target, then it would have been a nice 14 R&R. Then in between, there were some other trades, which I don't have right now because then I didn't take any other trades on GU. I was focused on the other pairs as well. We had another sell, which I don't remember where it was actually, so I'm not gonna spend time. But this was the actual trade that was framed. Yeah, we had another long just right here. Asian consolidation spike below, so we took actually longs from right there, and then the market continued to move up, but I didn't take this one. And yeah, so make sure to go on the charts and examine how you could have entered that trade. So right now on GU, if I have a look on the hourly time frame, again we push higher, we pull back, we push higher again, and right now we pull back. So our major higher low is right here, that is currently getting respected. And although we're having this strong selling pressure, I am still overall bullish on GU. On the hourly time frame, we definitely changed structure, but then we tap into that level and then we reacted from it. So currently, again, on the daily we're bullish, on the hourly we're bullish, so we should be looking for longs on GU, right? And what could happen is the market can pull back a little bit to tap again into this level, accumulate, break, retest, and then we can potentially look for longs, or it can actually break below that area to come into a much better price to buy again. This is where we bought, so the market can pull back again into that price, reverse again, and then to potentially take a long, right? So I think we might have some shorter term sells on GU if it pulls back around that area and then again decides to push down. So personally, I'm going to be looking for this sort of level right here. If the market decides to pull back, we can take a short in around those areas, and then we can start to look for potential longs because the higher time frame says longs. All right, so GU, let's see, slightly bit consolidated right now on Friday, and actually on Thursday and Friday. So let's see what's gonna happen. Then jumping on GJ, exactly the same trade. Do I have it right there? Yeah, I do. Let me just plot it in right here. Again, as you can see, the same level, and I called that level, I'm sure, on the previous outlook. Then on the hourly time frame, we have the market strongly tap into that area and starting to show us the reaction. Then dropping to the 15-minute time frame again, doing the top down analysis. What do we have right here is a push, pullback. Push, pullback, push, failure to make a lower low. Again, structure is everywhere, and then a push to the upside, creating a higher high. And then we consolidated for a little bit. On the 5-minute, it was much cleaner. But as you can see right here, the level that I looked for at entry got tapped. But I had an order on GU and not on GJ. And I was super pissed at the end of the day because this one was, again, turned out to be a massive trade to the upside. Right? So if you target the highs right there, that could have been a nice 14-hour an hour trade. And then we actually tapped into this one. What we did is we spiked above this level right here. So if you have a look at this, the highest wick, we spiked above, and have a look at the reaction. Why? Because there are many stop losses right here. People that took longs took their profits right here as well. And then you can see the big move down. And then we had this complex correction to potentially look for shorts. But again, keeping in mind that the higher time frame is long, then shorts are really low probable, right? So right now on GJ, what do we have? We have this. I would say this is the higher low. What a little tip that you can use, you can go to the line chart, have a look. This is your major higher low, this is your major higher high. Then we have another one right here, but this is not confirmed yet because we haven't had a higher high. And keep in mind this super strong resistance level right here on top. And again, the market is overall bullish, but in order to take a buy, we need the market to pull back a little bit, right? So this actually pulled back already, while GU was kind of a little bit to the downside. So what could happen on this one is we can pull back anywhere in between those areas, throw a little bit of a reversal formation, and then we can start pumping up. All right, but don't want to call anything on GJ yet because I always wait for Monday to see how the market opens, and then potentially I'm gonna readjust. All right, but overall the GBPs are bullish. GA is not a pair that I'm focused. Why? Because have a look at the overall structure, like push pullback, push higher high, lower low, then boom boom boom. Like it's way too choppy for me. Have a look on the hourly time frame, up down, up down, up down, then a big down right here. Then you think it's going to go down, but the overall trend is up, then you end up getting stopped out. So no, I don't like this pair. Daily time frame kind of starting to change a little bit to the upside, and this is because we're having a bullish GBP, right? So if you're looking for a trade, well, currently we're creating a higher high, so we're in a push phase. Have a look at all of those wicks right here. I definitely want to see a spike below those wicks, so I want to see something like this right here happen. So if I look for a trade, I'm going to be looking for this level right here for a really deep pullback, potentially even to the 78.6 fib, right? On the hourly time frame, you can see all of that accumulation right here, consolidation. This can definitely get spiked out, and then we can potentially continue to the upside. All right, so this is something that I'm looking for GA. If the market decides to spike below, be careful around those areas and wait for some sort of a reversal formation. And then on Euro GBP, I am not looking into this one as well. What we did is where is 18th? Yeah, we opened right here, pull back, push, pull back, nice push down, but then again we reverse up. So definitely nothing. If I see the weekly candle, yeah, it's just a big wick. On the daily, nothing too much on the full hourly. We're having some sort of a bullish pressure right here the last day, but it didn't broke structure above. It actually created a double top, right, or even a triple top or quadruple. Yeah, you can see that this resistance level is pretty strong right there, from here again. So what could happen on Euro GBP? But again, if GU is bullish, then this one should be bearish, but this is starting to kind of look like a reversal. We can pull back and we can result in a little long opportunity right here, right? But again, I don't like Euro GBP. I just prefer not to trade it because again, it's a combination of Euro and GBP, and it's definitely not nice. So the highest probability will be a break above this level and then to look for your higher lows wherever they are, right? So let's see how this one develops. Again, we had that spike down, but then the market broke the most recent structure in the full hourly. EMA is emerging above as well. So definitely we can have a little pullback, respect of this overall level right here, right, this overall level area, and then we can definitely start spiking up. So this is the GBPs, guys. Nothing too much actually for Monday, so let's wait to see how it opens, how it develops, and then make sure to stay tuned for the Tuesday analysis on Telegram. Just a little bit of an outlook on gold. So as you can see, this week was pretty much nothing. We opened on Monday, we spiked below, then we created this bullish push, which is pretty nice, but the market hasn't tapped into any major level or area of interest to me. All right, so still I'm looking for the same. I'm looking for the market to push up, to tap into the demand, then to potentially push us lower, into where the real this is supply, where the real demand is, and then we can potentially start moving up. All right, so on gold right now, I would really suggest that you don't try to trade this too much. It's too noisy on the lower time frames. Like if you jump on the 15-minute, yeah, you can see this huge move down, then again consolidation, and right here huge move down, consolidation. So you don't want to be into this one, right? So on gold again, I'm mainly focused on the daily time frame to sell or buy the market from the major daily levels. So keep those levels in check right here and just wait for them to get tapped. And wrapping up the video with some indices, overall positive week for the stocks. As you can see, US30 failed to make a higher high, but we're having an overall bullish week. On the daily time frame, we're creating a little bit of a double top right there. So right now the market lacks orders, it lacks liquidity in order to push up. So right now on market open, we can expect definitely a deeper pullback. And as you can see this week, so we spiked below. I was calling this level from the previous week, which got missed a little bit. So this one still is gonna stay right there because we can definitely spike into it right here around, let's say 3,500, and then we can potentially start spiking to the upside. Right now the market is in an overall consolidation on US30, so again, be careful trading it. I believe we're having some earnings releases still to be announced. I'm not pretty sure about the companies inside the index, but yeah, I am still keeping that level, and I think the market needs to hunt a little bit below in order to push to the upside. Then on NASDAQ, we actually had the reaction from this level that I called, and you can see how the market reacted because it actually gathered the needed liquidity. And we broke the bearish trend, we broke the trend line, we came for a little bit of a retest, structure in EMA retest as well, and we very strongly impulsed to the upside. So this one was a pretty good mover. And right now what we can expect is a pullback. Where the pullback can take place, well, numerous places. First one will be right there, and second one will be right here, and then the most extreme one for me will be potentially this one right there. So again, I'm gonna be waiting for the market to create a little bit of a pullback and to potentially react from all of those levels, but then potentially from the lowest level it can give us the biggest reaction. So again, keep this in your mind. Then on S&P, again, I called that level, it didn't get tapped, we had a little bit of a pullback, and then the market strongly broke above, confirming a higher high and breaking above this double top. On the weekly, we're having actually a higher high. On the daily, we're having a higher high. So all we have to wait for right now is for the market to pull back just a little bit, potentially into those areas, and then to potentially give us a little bit of a push, right? So bullish on the stocks, really good to see, although we would like a little bit of a downside in order to buy more, because I haven't bought the index. I bought some other stocks, but I haven't bought the index because I'm looking for a pullback, but the pullback never occurs, and then I start feeling like missing out. But yeah, this is another story. Alright guys, so this is this weekly outlook and setup. I really hope you found something valuable. If you did, please like the video and leave a comment down below what was something that you found valuable in the video. Let me know what videos you want to see more, what are you struggling with, so that I can help you with. Always make sure to reach me out either on Instagram, Telegram, or wherever you can find me. I'm always there to answer. And again, thank you so much for watching. Be patient on Monday, stay tuned for the Tuesday analysis on Telegram, and have a relaxing weekend and a crushing week.